Welcome back, guys. We are just getting ready here for kind of our second day of fly fishing. The day before this, we were fishing the Upper Madison. We had an alright success. I mean, we had some bites, but it was a very difficult day of fishing. Now today, it's a little bit hotter out. We wanted to also get away for some people, and so we decided to fish the Ruby River. If you ever heard of the Ruby River, there's a pretty big dam, pretty big water source, a reservoir per se. You can fish below it and you can fish above it. Excuse me, that's a little blurry. I'm probably going to start going upriver. We are going to be using two different flies, a dry fly or chubby imitators, which is like a grasshopper simulator, topwater in general. It's been kind of cold, and so a lot of the grasshoppers have passed away or died because of the temperature drop. We did see a few yesterday, so that is obviously not 100% of the hoppers. There are also a lot of PMDs, pale morning duns, that are flying around, so we might even get onto a hatch of those if the temperature rises a little bit. We did see some flies flying around, but we're going to go ahead and give it a shot. I'll see you guys down the river. Fingers crossed. Okay. I'm just waiting for Dad to fish this one hole, but really nice setup here. There. Oh, was that a fish?
I think so.
You got one?
I am on weird. I'm on a fish.
Oh, you are one?
Yep, it's on the drop.
You literally, I'm on film.
I drew it back in and got a bite right away.
Wow.
It's a half decent sized fish. Quiet movement.
This is the fourth
Not even a trout.
or fifth cast.
Nope, that's a whitefish.
Whitefish.
That stupid jerk.
That was the first fish. It's a whitefish.
Trout. First fake trout.
First fake trout, he says.
It's going in.
Nice. What'd you catch that on, Dad?
Tungsten PMD.
Just moved over to a really deep hole right now. Decent. Oh, there's a trout right there. I just saw one. This stretch is about 4 or 5 foot deep all the way up to this point. Any fish in here, I'd imagine, is pretty particular and high pressure. There's a jump right there. I'm using a size 20 or 22 caddis, and then I'm using a PMD size 18. Got one. Yeah. Oh, it came off.
So hard with small hooks.
Whitefish. That was the second top strike I had in this hole.
A tungsten PMD and then a pheasant tail above it. But
Nice.
that was actually the pheasant tail.
Pheasant tail he bit on?
Yeah.
Nice.
Another one in there. I'm just going to go get him. Where are the trout?
I'm not sure where the trouts are at.
You have to go way up or down below?
I don't know.
We're above now, right?
We're above the actual reservoir.
Maybe we have to go back down later
Yeah.
after that water is done.
Getting all stirred up.
Yeah.
Maybe. Dad just caught a really nice rainbow.
15 or 16. Gotta get him back in there quick.
Cool.
Ready?
Yep. It's a big fish.
Okay.
What'd you catch that one on? An Adams?
That's what you have? All right, now I'm happy.
Yeah, that's the exact one I was using. Just a little bit different. It had a parachute Adams. I was using a parachute Adams. Dad and I just entered this section of the Ruby River. It's kind of secluded from a lot of people. I'm trying to get to a less pressured fish. Already, it's nothing special, but Dad's pretty excited. Dad, there's a trout right there. See if you can get him. You see him? The sediment down here, it's a little challenging to walk through. I'll tell you what though, being this clear of water, you gotta make sure your casts are very, very subtle. You don't want to scare any fish. I mean, you can see 50 yards in front of you and probably 4 or 5 foot down, and these fish, they know you're coming. So even now I'm walking pretty fast, but I'm just trying to do my best to get through all the sediment. cast, Dad. Oh, there's so many of them. It's every cast. Might have to try a nymph.
Yeah, I'm wondering. You know, it says each
Yep. If we go up here and follow the mountainside up, you got some mountains there, and obviously it opens up down there. The best way for me to describe the Ruby River to you is think of like a ribbon. I would almost call it a ribbon river because, for example, it does something like this. You're driving, let's say, 20 miles worth of road. If you're driving along the river, it probably did close to 60 or 70 miles of waterway, which makes it kind of fun. There's a lot of holes. Almost every corner there's a hole that a trout would be, really. Feels a little better. That's funny. I was filming you for a long time and I just turned off the camera. Oh, that is a nice one. He's pulling pretty good.
Just get him off. Yeah, that's a nice one. That's 10 inches for sure. I don't need to touch it.
There we go.
That's a better fish.
Very cool, Dad. Give me a little fist pound for that one.
I'm having a good day. That's 3 out of here. That's not bad. I missed 2 or 3 here. Well, they didn't take it right. Yeah. And Adams, and they're
A little cricket for an imitator.
cricket or grasshopper.
It's kind of breathtaking, isn't it?
This is where I came. Yeah. It's nothing else. No. You want to go there?
Doesn't matter to me.
That one? That's another one just like this one.
I mean, if you look up in the corner over there, there's another hole way over there. I don't mind going up to the next hole before we...
It's 150, 200 yards. They have to go there.
Alright.
We're going to go around this way. These fish down home.
See that fish jump out of the clear out of the water there? I totally just missed it, but Dad just had a fish just fly out of the water. I mean, he went...
Yeah. That's a bigger fish. More than this.
That's the biggest one of the day. Oh, by the way, guys, we're using 5-weight rods. We don't necessarily recommend using 5-weight in something like this. We have 4-weight in the truck. Is it 4-weight? We have smaller rods in the truck. We felt like it wasn't that big of a deal.
That's why I came up here.
That's nice. What is that? That's almost 12. As we wrap up the last hole, let's just do a recap here quickly of what went down today, of what we fished. We fished the Ruby River. It is right outside, is it Alden? Alder. It's right outside the town of Alder. Right now we are staying about 30 minutes past Ennis. And so this is kind of like an hour and a half to get out here. But that's just what it is. When you travel out west, you're gonna travel pretty far to go to the streams that you want to fish. As day went on, we noticed that fishing in the private property section was a little bit tricky. There was some fish, there was some trout. We did see Dad did catch a 16-incher, as you guys saw, but it was fairly tough. And then as the day went on, we decided to go farther up the Ruby River to the smaller section, which is where we started fishing a little more dry nymph patterns. Anyways, Dad's just wrapping up this last hole. But if you guys enjoyed today's show and enjoyed really kind of hanging out with us here in the backcountry of southern Montana, feel free to subscribe. We're going to be doing more filming here in Montana, having more episodes for you guys, as well as, you know, we're from Pennsylvania, so we'll be including fly fishing here in the Pennsylvania woods as well. With that being said, I will see you guys on another episode.